Hey!
Welcome everybody to this skanking hour. Josh was spent the whole pre-show trying to blow himself on camera. It was
Trying? You mean succeeding?
It was beautiful. We really should start recording our pre-show stuff and upload it as a special thing
Only
that you
on
can only see on
murdermoose.com.
YouTube. Yeah,
it wouldn't be on YouTube.
Only on murdermoose.com.
That's Patreon material right there.
Yeah, that's
It is
like
Patreon material,
Murder Moose.
but
Murder Moose
man.
After Dark.
Murder Moose.
We
And
are
it's all
Murder
just
Moose.
moose noises, noises of moose having sex.
We'll just go to YouTube and like look up like moose mating.
Is
and
that
just,
what-
like, put it out?
Is that what they sound like, Rod? Is that what they sound like?
Yeah, I think that's probably what they sound like, right?
I think so.
That's Kim's orgasm noise.
Wait, one more time?
Looking
One more
forward to the memes. Oh, wait, no, never mind. Take that back, because that definitely sounded like something else.
Oh.
It sounded like a queef.
I thought it sounded like. Never mind. Hi and welcome.
Oh my God, what's happening?
Are we still?
How
Josh,
could
have the
this
start over again
happen
button.
to be?
No, this is
Welcome to
OBS.
the other side.
We're out of Ritalin and high.
I did Ritalin when
I'm
I
not
was a
high,
kid.
but
I'm not.
Do they
either.
even
I'm
do
just-
Ritalin
I
anymore?
was high. Yeah,
Is
I'm
that a
on
thing?
Ritalin.
Oh,
I'm
really?
on Ritalin. Yeah, they're
Yeah.
going to take me off of it, though, and move me over to something that's a non-stimulant, because stimulants and being bipolar is a bad mix. Who knew? I've only been on it for 3 years.
Gotta love the therapists and
Woo!
psychologists and who
Woo!
are the fucking magical juju people, pill giving professional people. I don't know, man.
They're just drug dealers.
They're pushers.
They're
Yep.
legal
They
drug
push
dealers.
you. Stop
And
trying to
they-
make fetch happen.
They get kickbacks, don't they?
Yep. They do indeed. They do
Yeah.
indeed.
Yeah, don't use this drug. Use this drug. I get paid tons of money if you use this drug.
They buy me cars and lunches and dinners and then you get fucked up.
Hey!
Fucking hell, man.
Fog
Fucking
City.
hell. God damn it. We are Murder
Fog
Moose,
City, bitch. Fog City, bitch. Sorry.
part of the Slash and Cast podcast network.
Oh,
It's in the game.
what the hell?
It's in
How
the
about-
game.
Oh, there it is.
Kin like was swinging her boobies at the microphone, and I'm not sure why.
What? No,
She's
I was
got
pulling
fucking
Britney
room for
Spears.
activities. Yeah, she's
I'm
doing
pulling Britney
hardcore
Spears.
dancing. No, that's hardcore dancing right there.
Hardcore parkour.
It's either that or it's like, you know when when they have like a wedding and then they let like a toddler run out in the dance floor by themselves and then just like doing some weird thing during a song. That's what Kin was just doing.
Man,
I mean,
I went,
that hits. That slaps or whatever
I
the
went
fuck you're
to
supposed to
a
say.
concert. Wait, when was that? On the weekend? What day is it? I don't even fucking know anything.
I think
it
it's
was on the
Tuesday.
weekend. And it was so good. I haven't been to a show in so long. I ran into so many people from back in my day when I was in bands and shit, and all the other musicians in the city were there because it was Moneen's 20th anniversary of their first album, which I'm like, holy shit, it was so good. And it was funny because it was like such an old person show because it started at 6. They had to be
Hell
out of there
yes.
by 10. And then there
Hell
was
yes.
a rave after it that there was. It's funny because I'm telling this story to Diana and she's like, she likes that stuff because she's, from Europe and they like their techno over there and stuff. And she's like, oh, why didn't you stay for the rave? And I was like, because I was 20 years older than everyone in the fucking lineup. Like, I'm at a show for a 20-year anniversary, and literally
Dude,
everyone in the line was 18 years old. So, yep.
Dude, I've seen
that's true.
enough like I've gone to enough like EDM shows at like Red Rocks, and it's funny, man. It's a lot of younger, people in their late teens, early 20s. But man, I've seen some 60-year-old looking grandmas come to raves. So man, you just party and whatever, and people have a good time, man.
We went next door and had wings.
Used. I went and saw the used, and it was like there was a little pit in the middle of like some younger groups, like late teens, and then the rest of us on the outskirts that were still relatively close because it was a small show. We're all like my age or a little bit older, maybe a little bit younger, but my age and older, and we're just all standing around and we're watching and. Like, you turn it around and we're like, dude, can you believe we used to do that? I'd die. I would die right here in front of God and everybody.
I have fibromyalgia. I'm not fucking going into a pit. I was the guy at the back of the show like this.
Dude, that was me. The last show I went to, the second band was like, jumping around, like telling everyone to jump. And I jumped up on it a few times and hurt my back and was proceeding to be in pain for the rest
probably
of the
a month, right?
No, for the rest of the concert. But I'm just like, which proceeded to be like they, the main band Polaris came out and they played.
Polaris is fucking dope.
Dude, yeah. And they played the one song, that I wanted to see, and then the next song they played was on their last song was from their first album, and I was like, my back hurts. I'm leaving while they're playing their last songs. I don't have to worry about.
I don't want to get pushed on the way out.
Yeah, so it was. It was an interesting show because their guitarist died earlier this year, so it was like a memorial thing. So, but yeah,
That's sad.
Yeah. How the fuck are you guys? We're going to avoid talking about this movie for as long as possible because holy fuck balls. But I want to say, how the fuck are you guys?
Gravy.
I'm outstanding.
She's so good, her eyes turned blue.
Yeah. As soon as you asked, I had this like sharp pain that hit me like right here and shot down into my stomach. And I was like, oh, I am not good at this particular moment. Call back later. Ow.
I forget who it was. Someone, a female person I follow on Twitter said something about their boobs on Twitter, and I put boob into the GIF thing, and it was like a cat biting a titty, and I thought of Yukin because that's like something Weasel would do.
That's what she has done. She has. She's gross.
The only reason we watch this movie is because I like boobs. And I saw boobs.
I mean, let's be fair. The one, without jumping too far into the movie early on, the one girl has very beautiful boobies. Very beautiful. I'm glad they chose her to show her tits because they were great.
All nice boobs.
Okay, and then when we come back, that will be the last nice thing we say about this. And
absolutely.
Yeah. Josh, you doing good? Ken, you doing good?
I've been fabulous.
I've been not mildly, very addicted to City Skylines 2. Like,
not
ridiculous.
You.
I would never believe it, Josh. I would never.
You've never played it before. What are you talking about? What a poser acting like he can play City Skylines. Play the first one, noob.
I did until I got sick of it, and now I'm playing the sequel. And I've already. I wonder how much time I've actually put into it. I guess I could go to my Steam right now and check. I'm gonna check.
Ken, while you're doing that, Ken has like 100 hours in Baldur's Gate 3 already, and
I've already put it 58 hours into City Skylines 2, and I've only had it for a week.
I don't have. Well, you got to think 12 hours of whatever's in Baldur's Gate doesn't count. I have 76 hours, so 64 hours in Baldur's Gate so far.
The best part about it is that Steam keeps track of your real time, and then the game will be like, "Oh, you played it for 32 hours," and it's like, no, that's not what happened. Because like when you reload and shit, they don't add the time together. So
yeah, well, in mine, like I accidentally left it running overnight, and I was like, "Fuck."
Yeah, that will do it. Did
any of you watch the Panderverse yet?
No.
Watch it. The what?
The Panderverse. It's South Park.
Oh no, I haven't watched that one yet.
It's great. Oh, it's not it's a one-off movie thing. It's like 45 minutes, but it's their one-off.
I'm looking for things to keep me out of my my like spiraling brain space, especially when
Out
I'm
of
in
my
fucking Ohio.
head.
Dude.
Out of my head. Yeah.
Like when you move across the country to get away from like your family, and then you come back to the place where your family is, and you're like, oh, I remember. I remember. The little member berries from South Park. Speaking of South Park, I remember.
Park. Hi, how are you, Rod? How are you? Give me an update.
I'm
Only
alive.
good things.
Okay, go on, Josh.
You can do it, Rod. Only good things. Drink Kool-Aid. I don't know.
The
Kool-Aid's
Kool-Aid,
good. Yeah.
the magical Kool-Aid.
No, just Kool-Aid.
I always laugh at the Bert Kreischer stories about his Kool-Aid and how much sugar he drinks, and yeah.
Wait, you drink that much fucking Kool-Aid? I don't think any adult person drinks anywhere near that. What the fuck? I love
that
He's
man.
hilarious.
Yeah,
I
love
love
that man.
him.
He's a very funny man. Yeah, everything is going. I'm alive and I'm here. So let us go. And then Josh sends us into spiraling. Josh, I have to think that like 2 out of the 3 like notoriously bad movies that we've picked on the podcast have been picked by you. I picked the last one because I picked Sharks of the Corn because I knew it was going to be bad. I didn't have any idea how bad it was going to be, but
Yeah, but at least I don't fucking know. I don't even know. I saw a model for a shirt for this movie, and the shirt they were wearing was from an alternative movie poster artist that I know and that I love his work. So that's how I got put onto this movie. And then I saw boobs and was like, let's fucking watch this. Because I love boobs, and there's boobs in this trailer and this poster. And the poster, well, actually, this poster isn't that great because it's not the one from my friend that I know. But the shirt they have is fucking rad.
Dude, Kin found their website today, or her chat did, and because we were shitting all over it in her chat this morning, and they are trying to charge $40 for this Blu-ray, and I almost lost my mind laughing. I was like,
it would be a crowdfunded type thing, right? So
why? What did the crowdfunding go to? The Lamborghini,
the
this
Lambo. And breaking all the glass and everything.
No, it was strictly for the rental of the 3 vehicles, and that's it.
And the boob
everything
job.
else. Yeah, well, no, but like,
it was
There's
for
no
the
way she
infinite
was a virgin.
It was for the infinite ammo code and the revolver.
Jesus fucking Christ. Oh, Lord help us.
It definitely wasn't for the writing. I'll tell you that, or an acting coach.
I said the writing in this film was written by a 13-year-old boy who was horny and off of his ADHD medication.
There was nothing that filled in the gap. It was just, oh yeah, it's next scene, and you are going to come with us now. Oh, okay, but why?
So
don't ask questions.
Before we get too far in, I do want to let everybody know also that I did watch Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yeah.
I have thoughts. I have opinions. I don't know if you guys want to cover it at some point.
Nah, it's fine.
Nah, okay. I did not like it. I thought it was slow as shit. And if I wanted to watch paint dry, I would have just done that.
I mean,
it was PG-13.
I thought it was fine.
It doesn't matter.
It was definitely made for kids.
Boring.
It was made for kids.
It was. How are kids gonna sit that long through that? Like,
I don't know. I think it's because the kids have like a lot of the kids have. Ralph was talking about in your chat today.
His kids loved it.
Yeah.
His kids that are growing up on 30-second shorts loved it.
Yeah, I don't
because
know.
It's not too scary.
I turned it on with a 5-year-old in the room, and loved the beginning because the robots and everything at the very beginning, and then promptly as soon as the story started, got bored and wandered off. So I mean, Yeah, I don't know, man. It was. I didn't like think it was bad. I think it was just whatever. It was. And I think that I hope that they tighten up the story in a lot of this stuff in the next ones. And I mean, they don't give a fuck. The movie's the top grossing picture of the movie the year already. So it's like, or one of the. It's like made $250 million worldwide or some shit like that. It's fucking insane-o. So
yeah, it was kind of funny because I talked about how much I disliked it, and everybody's like, "Oh, it's so good, it's so bro." And I was like, "Okay, that's fine. It was good, right? Like it was good, but it was slow. It was slow as shit. The actors were great, the concept great, of course, but holy fuck, was it slow? I don't know. Maybe I should rewatch it, but like, damn."
They needed more. What do you call him? Scream guy. That's all. Like I said, he was the best part of that film.
Matthew Lillard.
Matthew Lillard. I couldn't think of his name.
Scream guy? Oh man,
I couldn't think of his name. Dude, I'm tired. I've had a fucking hell of a week. I've had a hell of a month, I should say. I couldn't think of Matthew. I think I said Matthew Lillard the last week when we talked about it.
Yeah, you
did. Yeah, you did.
So I just
You're doing great, sport.
Yeah, I'm trying my best.
You're doing great,
Do
champ.
your best.
Do your best. No,
You're the best around.
I think though it's something that we talk about in this podcast all the time. I think it's accessible horror, and that's I'm fucking A-okay with it. If it gets a bunch of fucking kids into horror,
that's honestly where I sat with it too. You know,
I'm fine with it.
Especially
thing is,
seeing in the
it's
theater.
Just
with the crowd that I did, they were all super young, and I was like, I am into this. Like, I love that this is access to fucking something scary, even if it's not really that scary. They were like reacting to it, right? So I could see it more through their eyes because I was right beside them, right? If I was watching it at home like you, I would have been on my phone and bored too, right? So
I mean, fair. I just thought it was boring.
have you guys been watching anything else then?
I'll give you a guess as to what I've been watching.
Has it been Critical Role, Critical Role,
Oh,
Critical
damn,
Role,
son,
and Critical
you'd
Role?
be right.
Kin, we're gonna show up on this podcast some week, and they're gonna be behind. Kin is going to be like, her entire room is going to be filled with D20s because Kin doesn't go hard in the paint unless she goes harder than paint, and she has more dice than any gamer who's ever gamed already, and I don't see it stopping. She's going to just keep, her community's going to keep sending her dice. She's going to just be like filling up her room with dice, and it's going to be dice, and more dice. It's going to be like, where's Ken? Oh, she's like 7 feet back in the dice pile.
I watched.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I rewatched Ready to Rumble. That's all I've watched because City Skylines has been every. That
I've never seen Ready to Rumble. I know about it. I just never watched it.
David Arquette and Scott Caan.
We've talked about it because we talked about the documentary about David Arquette, but yeah.
Dude, Ready to Rumble is a classic.
And yet, not the first member of Friends to die. Jesus. Jesus Christ, why did I do that?
Too soon.
That was dark, but yet, that motherfucker. Let's be real. David Arquette got a fucking like pizza cutter, almost like, or a light tube, almost like made him bleed out. So yeah, like that
was nuts.
It's more of a joke about that than anything else. So yes, I'm sorry. I wasn't trying. Too soon is true, but God, I don't know, dude. It's our friend of the show, Classy Katie, was talking today about she's had like really like had a tough year, lost a niece because of like drugs actually, and she was in therapy today, and she's telling this on stream, so I'm just reiterating the story. And the family friends, like their daughter started calling her Aunt Katie, and her therapist was like, "How do you feel about that?" And she goes, "Lose a niece, gain a niece." I'm like, Jesus Christ, Katie. I'm like, holy shit.
I mean, that's a Katie thing to say. Like,
Yeah,
let's be honest.
it's a very
that's
Katie thing to say. Yeah. So, it's dark humor is a coping mechanism, right? So
yeah, absolutely.
Have you watched anything else?
I have not. I've been in Ohio since Friday, so no, I haven't watched anything.
I've watched a lot of me playing Baldur's Gate, and by me playing, I mean I'm just playing the game. And I've watched a lot of Critical Role, and I've listened to a lot of Critical Role, and I'm enjoying the Mighty Nine. And I have been hanging out with AJ because he's in town, and we have been shopping and playing playing board games, and I'm learning Magic. Not
nice.
Magic as in like
The Gathering.
now you
of
see
Magic.
me, now you don't, but Magic the Gathering.
Kin, where did those magical flowers go?
In my ass. Draw a card. Is this your card?
Why does this card smell like shit?
You figured out my secret. I hide it in my ass.
Oh no.
Yes, Kin has been a very busy lady. A very busy lady. Very busy. I started my TTRPG yesterday. We're doing a Warhammer 40K TTRPG over on YouTube on The Wandering Inn. We did the first episode. It was fun. It was a good time. With like Peachy Pixel and Zacatecus.
Oh, that's a name I haven't heard in a hot second.
Yeah, Zacatecus and Goobers. Do you know Goobers 5?
I do know Goobers. Goobers and I got partnered at the same time.
Yesterday was the first day I met him, and he was a fucking riot.
How
and
tired are you now? Because he is. Everybody thinks I'm hyper. Please meet Goobers and Daniel the Demon. And then
I know
get back
Daniel
to
the
me.
Demon. I haven't hung out in his stream, but Goobers was just. I was just like, this motherfucker is like. I was trying to be all like stoic and reserved, and this motherfucker's like playing Space Chad, who was bouncing off the walls. I'm like, I'm down. I'm down. Yep. He's a good dude. It seems like so. I've been happy. Josh gave me a design, and I have my new T-shirt out, so that's out there on the interwebs too.
And I have procured it just now, and I am very excited. So
Ken is very cool like that. Very nice. I think you'd be the first one who bought it. Wee-hoo! Okay. If that's all, I think we have to go talk about this movie. Let me pull up the IMDb, and I'm just going to do this as slow as possible. So we never, ever. No, I'm kidding. But, yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. This movie we are watching, if you're reading the title or watching this, it's called Fog City. It's from 2023, and it reads as follows. I wouldn't call it a thriller, but that's what's on IMDb. It says, a mysterious fog forces a group of friends to take cover before it's too late. Once trapped inside, they'll soon find out it's already too late.
I think I know the circle of things. Like Steve Wolsh did this film, and the fact that his poster's thing was done by someone that I know. He also did a movie in 2015 called Muck that has Lauren Francesca, I think her last name is, who has reached out to me a few times to get me to do posters for her movies that she's working on. The one with Bei Ling and stuff in it. So I'm in this like small circle of people making movies and stuff. That's why it's on my fucking radar. Doesn't mean it's a good movie, but yes, we did watch Fog City.
I have to say, man, this movie's budget and everything else. I'm glad these people went out and made a movie. But man,
they had fog machines. Hey, I got an idea. I got this fog machine. Let's make a movie. Okay.
Listen. The boyfriend of the actor, he was in, guess which movie? Sharknado. You would be correct.
I mean, Sharknado.
Birds of a feather flock and fly through NATOs together.
At least Sharknadoes, for as horrible they are, they're entertaining. This movie, I ADHD'd out on this fucking film. I made it all the way through. I was asking questions at some point. I was like, I look up and I go, why are they in this bathroom that's real red? Like it was like they were
Super
doing
red.
photos. Yeah, like a photo room or something like that. Yeah.
They were.
So this movie starts off with like these girls who are supposed to be in high school.
My entire asshole is what I have to say about that.
Yeah. And they are wearing skirts that are barely covering their assholes as we go about assholes.
No,
as
their
Kim
assholes
is
are
talking
right
about.
out.
They're almost hanging out. And you
Question
go,
for those listening: how many of you have ever had your asshole bleached? Okay, please continue.
I don't get bleaching your asshole. I mean,
I
I love
understand it.
assholes, but I just don't. I don't. Whatever makes you happy. I'm not gonna shame you for bleaching it. I'm just like, I don't mind if your asshole's bleached or not. It sounds like it's painful. I don't know if it is.
It sounds like it is, yeah.
Yeah. But these girls are sitting in this cafe.
Does it taste better after, or?
I don't think they do it for taste, Josh.
Oh, okay.
I don't think so, but I mean, okay. I want to see a correlation of like, what is the overlap thing?
The Venn diagram.
The Venn diagram of girls that bleach their assholes and girls that get their assholes eaten. I wonder how that Venn diagram looks.
Now I just want to do it specifically for the lulls, but like, how am I gonna prove that I'm not putting my asshole on the internet? Not
I was
yet,
just gonna
anyway.
say it has to be on Fansly, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, Fansly lets you like pee on people, but you can't like show your asshole on Fansly, can you?
I
have a question
can.
actually. Are we gonna do Thanksgiving?
I really want to do Thanksgiving.
It comes out
think
this
we
weekend,
should.
right?
Yeah, it is.
Is it possible?
With the world's hottest man,
Who's that?
because McDreamy was just voted
yeah.
the hottest man in America. And
He
he's like-
was? Again?
Yeah. He was Time Magazine's hot or whatever. US.
Patrick
I don't
Dempsey,
fucking-
hey? God, he's been on there like forever, hasn't he?
No, he
like,
just won it for the first
His
time.
entire life? Oh,
Well,
Yeah.
he's got a good jawline.
weird. He is very attractive. He was in Bridget Jones' diary, the like Bridget Jones' baby, and like he's so much younger there. And the whole time I'm just like, oh, you're actually like. I mean, he's always been attractive, but he's like cute, like
Dude.
young.
Well, I don't know why they wanted to make the poster for Thanksgiving look like it's a fucking Netflix TV show. I don't know why.
I mean, let's be real. Eli Roth is mostly misses at this point. I don't know if I know anything about like this movie. He hasn't done anything great in a while.
He really
And for
needs
some
this to not be a flop for sure. So
He also is doing the Borderlands movie, which is fucking odd as fuck. Like, I think he directed
I don't think so,
the-
man. Like you get some of those. It's just like Neil Blomkamp. You get like a big hit under your belt, and then you
Yeah.
get thrown a bunch of money. Then it doesn't do as well, and then you go into this like weird basement of Hollywood, and then they'll be like, you know who would listen to us and just make whatever we want, but is still a name enough? This guy. So Eli Roth is the perfect fucking
Dude,
basement
I
director.
I checked out on Eli Roth the second he remade his own movie in Cabin Fever. I'm like, yeah, you're
You're missing the point, man.
Yeah, they're buddy. Yeah, I will talk about that at the end, but I'm interested in seeing it. I don't think it's going to be good, but I mean, they got Patrick Dempsey, so maybe it is. I don't know. This movie's like, the flow of this script is just fucking awful. The dialogue is
Yeah, but it's the
dialogue is
acting.
horrible.
The acting makes the dialogue 10 times worse, though, because you can tell
Oh my god, it's
they're just reading it
painful.
from like a sheet. It's like,
Yeah.
I'm not acting right now. Are you? No, I'm not acting either. thing.
And it's
It's-
very like when we talk, right? Like I just railroad all over everybody. You guys railroad all over everybody. And that's normal conversation. No,
Yeah.
they're doing like a play where they communicate. Pause.
It's like the thing
Someone
where you
else
have
speaks.
like dialogue, like
Pause.
where it's like there's like a pause, yeah, like you're talking about, and they go, but, and like they're supposed to keep talking, but someone,
yeah.
and they stop, and it's just like,
It's terrible.
yeah.
It's next level, not good.
So they start these two girls out in this just to show these outfits off. There's no other reason. And they had this dialogue about the girl going, it's so cliche dialogue wise about like, oh, well, you've been with him 9 months and like I think they were trying to
fuck your boyfriend already.
I think the only thing that I laughed about in this whole movie was the motherfucker where they're talking about him at that table. They're like we tried a couple weeks back and he I guess he had whiskey dick, or is basically what he said.
Yeah.
And then that other chick tries to fuck him and he can't get his dick up again. I'm like, this guy is fucking
It's okay
18.
though, because she blew him.
I'm like, this guy's 18 and is either, that means he is gay
He's
and doesn't
shy.
want to admit it.
He's shy.
No, it means he's gay and doesn't want to admit it.
Sorry, I was trying to read about how old this one girl is because it almost looks like she's
They're all 27,
A lot.
28.
Yeah, they all
Yeah.
look. They all look way too. But like, I want to know like what the like. So they start off in this diner, and for the terrible dialogue, they have this whole scene where they go outside and they like this girl goes fucking psycho on these two dudes, and like punches one and kicks the other one in the balls, as like some kind of like weird setup for what the twist later on. And I'm like, what is this? And then they jump into a Lamborghini, and I'm like,
the whole fucking car thing was so
Yeah.
obnoxious. And the other part that was obnoxious was like, okay, so you've spent all this money on probably just renting this Lamborghini, this Hummer, and this souped up Mustang, right? But you can't get decent footage of an actual working plant. Instead, you're literally going to a plant that I know I've seen on multiple YouTube channels for being abandoned, but this plant is supposedly active. You can't even make it look active. Like, and to follow up on making things look good, the fog literally looks like it's coming from the fog machine, which, Jesus fuck.
Yeah, well, with
Anyway.
the twist,
dude, the special.
we do
the
figure
special-
With the twist that I called as soon as the fucking fog rolled in.
The special effects in this movie are horrible, and I'll go off about that in a little bit. They go in to this house, which is like, it's weird. Okay, if you have a Lamborghini and then you're staying in this house that looks like a normal family in the middle of this like Boston Island lives on, it really doesn't add up. Like, people who live in that kind of house that they obviously just rented for like a weekend because
Well, she says it's her uncle's house. That it's not her house, it's her uncle's house.
I guess
You ADHD'd out on that one, but it was her
I know,
uncle's
but like,
house.
if you have a Lamborghini, I don't know. I feel like people driving around a Lamborghini wouldn't hang out and party in a house like this, right? Maybe they would because they're supposed to be 18-year-old high school students who are about to go to college, even though they're all like closer to colonoscopies than they are to fucking like to driver's licenses. But like, I'm like, oh okay. And the entire setup, and it's just like, oh, we have this stereotypical. It's so like all the dialogue in this film. I'm sitting there going, like, it's like groan worthy. You're just like, like I groaned out loud, I think 20 times while like paying attention before, like, you know, because holy fuck.
It's hard for me to thoroughly enjoy the movie because of such a weird Fast and Furious emphasis that was placed on the vehicles.
Yeah.
Like, it feels like for as much money and time and energy that had to be put into procuring or renting those vehicles, it could have, and like the almost like porn style shooting of these vehicles, like it's not Fast and Furious. If you wanted to do Fast and Furious, do Fast and Furious, but like the Lamborghini was beautiful. It was stunning. It was great. I'd hate to pay the car insurance on it, but like why does it fit?
Well, okay.
And also, they're all like, never mind. I'm going to wait to argue on that one because there might be something else to that.
There's no arguing necessary, Ken, because this is just a giant shit show. There's the main, what you call her the main character. I guess you call her the main character because she's the survivor. I mean, she's the fucking killer. There's nothing to fucking go and hide about. She's the fucking killer. Her dad has some chemical plant, as Ken pointed out as we were talking in our pre-show, that is just some emptied out building that they decided to show out. And it is so ridiculous because they're sitting in this house partying because they're college kids, or about to be college kids. They're high school kids. And the like air siren goes off.
You can get that on the internet too, I guess. You can get that on the internet.
You can get
you could just get anything on the internet.
Wait.
Bitch,
this.
it's 2023. Like, if you can't figure out the shit you can buy. Have you heard of the fucking dark? Yes. What the? Okay.
Look at, guys, check it out. I made this. A sideways monitor with it's like a loop of all my posters on a digital frame. I know you can't really see
Was
it.
I getting too aggressive? Is that what's happening here?
No, I ADD'd out and forgot I didn't turn it on. I wasn't listening anyway, so I was just turning on my posters.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Josh,
Hey, I'm honest.
No, it's fine. I think it's also really funny because I was just looking this up before I went on this rant too. They're like the whole time they're like, oh, on the island, and trying to make it sound all like exotic. And then you realize, no, they're in Cape Cod. So then I was like, is Cape Cod an island? Because I'm about to go the fuck off. Apparently Cape Cod is a cape/peninsula. It is not an island. So why the fuck would you say? Okay.
Hey, there's a cat.
Cat. Hi, Weasel.
Weasel.
Okay.
The Weasel. Nothing in this is like it's the most obvious. Like, there was one draft of this fucking script, and that was all. This is the most like. On Monday morning, these people woke up and said, we're going to shoot a movie this weekend. Go run a couple cars. So, you write a script, and, like, we're going to do this. Because nothing else is thought out about it. It is the least well-planned out movie I've seen in a long time.
I kind of feel bad because we all strive really hard not to shit talk on anything. And I am, like... dragon testicles all over the face of this movie. And the thing is it's not good.
No, it's not.
There's boobs. Okay.
Now those boobs are awesome. Like, we discussed this earlier and my stream talked about it today. They were like, are there boobs? And I said yes. And then they looked and they were like, oh, those are really nice boobs. The girls are stunning in this movie. They're absolutely beautiful. The men are very attractive. But some of them just can't act. And the main girl, she's been in 475 episodes of Days of Our Lives, which by the way has 14,000 episodes currently. So, I mean, she can act, but I guess she can't act in this genre. I mean, she does very much feel soap opera acting.
Yeah, it's not real acting.
Yeah. It's
a very
different.
different. Yeah, it's a very different kind of acting. Because
And I'm just waiting for someone to be like, oh, well, if it's easier, then why don't you do it? Because I don't want to.
You're not an actor. Yeah, Ken's not an actor. I mean, being on Days of Our Lives for that long, it obviously means she's doing something right. I mean, it's
doing something.
Yeah.
475 episodes is not something to sneeze at. Like, that's great, and I'm really glad she's successful at that. And again, I would be terribly mortified if this was my first movie and some random people on the internet with a podcast were shitting all over it, but it's not good. The cars were nice.
I didn't hate it.
Explain.
I didn't like it, but I didn't hate it.
I will say I feel like there was an attempt for a new premise and a new concept. I mean,
did you guys stay until after the credits? Because I did.
I think so.
Only because I was really actually enjoying the music in this movie. The music was really good. The end credit music came on, and I was like, this song is actually really fucking good. But I was also playing City Skylines, so it was just kind of on as well, and I didn't care. And then there was something after the credits, and I was like, what the fuck? Why would there be something after the credits?
What was after the credits?
It was she was driving her the SUV that she just took from her boyfriend after killing those
two
people,
guys, yeah.
and then ran it into the her dad's warehouse or whatever. There was a smokestack, and she ran it into the thing, and then you could hear people going, ah!
Yeah, I remember that now.
Okay, can I talk about the most this whole movie is pointless, but I want to talk about the most pointless scene in this whole movie, and I'm waiting for, because Ken's opinion on this is going to be my favorite thing ever. So once the whole fog alarm goes off, and they all start panicking, even though they don't know what they're panicking about.
I know. Jump to conclusions much.
Yeah, it's the most insane, it's the most insane, poorly written characters. These people are like, oh my God, we're all going to die from a thing that they don't know what's going on. And they're just like, ah! They all hop in their cars and it's the scene that has no purpose whatsoever other than at one point to trap these two characters outside. They just wanted to show these cars driving around in fog.
Yep.
It had
Literally,
no point.
How are you going to get lost in a circle?
They're doing donuts in the middle of the fucking and I'm like, this. That was the first scene. Up to this point, I'm like, this is bad, but that scene, I'm like, this was just completely oh, let's do a shot where they go in the it was the most improvised scene I've ever seen in a film. I mean, I don't know, man. I was just like,
I didn't hate it.
Of course. Okay, sorry.
Josh, we're gonna go back over this. You were playing City Skylines 2. You weren't really watching this movie.
Yes, I was.
Josh, that line came out like you were one of the actors in this film. Yes, I was.
I'm not lying.
I'm not lying.
I wasn't watching or playing. I wasn't playing City Skylines 2 the entire movie because at first I was eating dinner. And then I finished my dinner and then turned on City Skylines 2 as this movie.
You're not helping your cause, Josh. That's the point of what I'm saying here.
I made smash burgers and homemade fries, and it was the best part of this movie.
Man.
The best part of Fog City
I have to say
when it's over. Sorry.
So
no,
they have this whole
boobs. That's the best part.
That's fair. There are.
They
boobs.
have this whole Fast and Furious thing where they drive and do donuts in their expensive cars they rented, and then they proceed to go back to the house, and then two of the, what is there, like five? There's like 7 people or 5. I don't even know how many people there were because they all looked exactly the same also. And then they proceed to have this stupid story arc of the booby girl blowing the guy, Whiskey Dick McGee, who is the brunette's boyfriend, who she wouldn't fuck because...
Just fuck your boyfriend already.
Just fuck your boyfriend already. Since we're gonna die, I'm gonna go fuck your boyfriend. Since we're gonna die, I'm gonna go fuck your boyfriend. And it's just like, what is this script? What is this script? And they go upstairs, and the guy can't get a boner. Can't get a boner. I did
But
like the two.
he can when she blows him.
Dude, I do have to say this movie had one of those sex scenes where they're fucking in the tower thing. And
That was so awkward.
Dude, yeah, it's the thing where you're like, his dick would be in like her tailbone. Like you're like,
Yeah.
It's like, it reminds me of that scene from The Disaster Artist where they're like, he's fucking her belly button.
Does he know that? I think he does.
So she blows this guy or so one thing, but like at this point I think they'd already duct taped up the entire house, which was, I'm like, how do these motherfuckers have like it's like a Walmart aisle of duct tape.
Yeah. Well, and my whole thing the whole time, like as soon as it started, I was like, okay, well, you need to get some wet towels and shove them under the doors. Never once was it done. But by God, we taped the ever-loving fuck out of the ventilation system.
Well, because it's called duct tape.
No. The duct tape is different than duct tape.
Yeah, I know, but it's still called duct tape.
Oh, they're different kinds.
There's aluminum foil tape that is you should actually use for your ducting, but there is
Exactly.
duct tape.
Oh, okay. Yeah, actually, it is the same. I apologize. But yeah, the aluminum foil stuff you should use for duct work. Yes.
Yeah.
I know, I use both.
I apologize for trying to mansplain duct tape and duct tape. My bad.
Tape. Whatever. They do it. You just spent more effort thinking about that than the people who made this movie did.
I did.
I think the scene that made me laugh the hardest though at this point was eventually the fucking brunette whose boyfriend got blown by the blonde starts attacking her and is like choking her with the fucking the dish hose. but and then it starts stabbing her in the neck with they later on I think they said nail file. I don't know
where did that come from?
Exactly, you don't know. And there's like blood all over the place, and then I
thought they said it was from the bottle that she broke because she did break a bottle, and they said that she stabbed her with the bottle.
They said nail file. I swear to God, they said maybe I don't fucking know. But my favorite thing after that was like the girl was on the floor dead, and there was no blood on her.
Yeah.
I was like, guys, continuity isn't that hard when you're making this disaster of a movie. And then like they take her downstairs.
You need a whole other person on set for continuity, so it is hard.
Yeah, I know. They take her downstairs with the fuzzy handcuffs.
That was so fucking funny. The whole time when they were like, get the handcuffs, I was like, what the fuck you just got? And then I saw it and I was like, oh. But like, if they're like, those should be able to break out of.
I mean, those are the ones that like you could pull out. Like she does the thing where she like dislocates her thumb to get out of them, and while that whole shit show's going on, they're all the crazy Chad who can't get a boner decides that he's gonna kill her, and it's like. So it's the whole premise of this fucking movie is that this chemical thing goes off that makes them all go crazy. And then, the dude,
hey, all you got to think of that will keep you calm is, hey, at least it wasn't Sharks of the Corn. Like that brought me back to, there's boob. And it's not Sharks of the Corn. I'm okay.
I mean, it literally is the third worst movie I think we've ever done in the podcast after Sharks of the Corn. And
I've seen way worse movies. Actually, no, not other than Sharks of the Corn. But there's a lot with people that I know in them that I'm like, I can't talk about that.
Dude, remember that movie we got a link code to and we
Yeah.
watched where it was on YouTube and you and I talked about it afterwards and we're like, we can't do that
Yeah.
because
Yes.
there's nothing.
Exactly.
I mean, I don't.
He was trying to
mean,
use our very tiny platform to help his movie get more eyes on it, and I'm like, us talking about that isn't going to do what he wants. We cannot talk about it.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I'm sure this movie has an audience, but it's not a big one. But it's fuck. It is what it is.
Yeah, dude.
Steve, hey, keep making movies anyway, because there was some cool cinematography in this. It was like they were trying to do a few things. Like they had a high level or a low level, or I don't know, some sort of level of filmmaking, and it was just not. It was very ADHD. It was like there was no full. It was like it was rushed or something.
Dude, it was like, your 24-hour movie challenge. It was like a 48-hour movie challenge. Like
No,
this was
mine
shot
are
in a weekend.
48. Yeah.
Oh, then, so they had 48 hours to shoot this, and then longer to edit and music it, I guess. But like, there's nothing in this feels like it wasn't like improvised. We talked about it. The Chad can't get an erection Chad man who has a revolver somewhere. One, he's like. Makes no sense that this motherfucker has a revolver. He has this revolver. At some point, he starts shooting. And did you say
I counted the first set of shots, and it was somewhere between 11 and 16. And then I stopped counting. But I honestly could not figure out. I rewound it or went backwards. Sorry, that's not a VHS. Went backwards and counted and was like, what? How many? Okay.
Yeah. Well, that and then it magically then the infinite ammo code runs out at the very end so that she can like shove the gun in his mouth, and it's supposed to be like this badass moment, and you're like, wow, that was real bad. That was
like, it would have made it so much better if she would have put it in his mouth and then like stood up and kicked it into his throat. Like that would have been badass. Or like, even if she would have put it in and then like did a palm strike into it or something, but just slowly pushing it. Like, it reminded me of, what did we watch recently where they like the person just started pushing on someone's face and just kept going and going until they pushed right through it. What was that?
I have no idea.
I think that was the last movie we watched. I don't remember. Probably not actually. But regardless, it could have been so much better.
Oh no, it totally was the last movie we just watched. When Evil
was
Lurks.
it? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was some like nuts gags in that movie for sure.
Yeah.
I just like this whole thing. Like at some point, a cop shows up, and I'm like, they heard because of the gunfire, and it's like, who heard gun? There's no houses around them. It looks like, and. Another favorite thing of this, the dude who gets like locked out on the porch with his girlfriend when he gets shot in the shoulder, and he's like, I'm gonna be okay.
He's like totally fine the whole time too. He's just chilling.
He's like, I'm gonna be okay, and it's just like, oh my god, like the whole revolver thing is like, it was fine if it was like they just cut. No, like Ken said, this dude shot 11 times in a row without reloading a revolver. It wasn't like
he got
over
shot
the
9
movie.
times.
Yeah, and you're just like, oh,
like 50 Cent.
So I really want to know, in their minds, like that, like if this was just the girl was a crazy bitch, is what like the ending is like showing or whatever, or trying to show. Why did why did Chad Can't Get a Boner McGee start shooting like an asshole? Why did like everyone else like it? If it's supposed to be like a panic thing, like I don't know how you go that extreme on panic things. Like it is, and the fucking cop out after like the girl kills everyone and goes outside, and the two idiots that like she beat up at the beginning, she kicked one of them in the balls and punched one, are like, yeah, we found that on the internet. And she's like, but this, and there's no cell phone reception. Oh, you could get that on the internet. That's such lazy fucking writing at the same.
That on the internet, or let me guess, on the internet.
Amazon.com? What is that?
And
Wait, what was the line? What's my line?
Internet.
Okay, how did she I'm trying to remember, because her killing those two was ridiculous also. Like it was like, this is so bad. I'm trying to remember how she killed them, because I zoned out of it already. I remember
the one she stabbed in the eye, and the prosthesis for it, or whatever, prosthetic, it like looked like it hadn't bled or oozed or anything, and I was so disappointed, because I was like, yes, I kill. But it was just like she stabbed him and then pulled it out, and they just stuck like one of the little like blackout pieces with some red on it. And then the other one she did like through the bottom of the chin up into the head.
They do that a lot now.
But the knife didn't even line up. If you saw it, like it didn't even like line up with the knife in his head.
Didn't need to, man. There's fog.
Kin's Fog City rap was better
Fog City,
than
bitch. Fog City, bitch.
It was better than anything about this movie.
I do like it. I do enjoy it.
Yeah,
a good Fog City rap.
A Fog City.
Fog City, bitch. Fog City, bitch.
I just, man, the budget's not what I hate about this movie. It was just like the script and the acting and the fucking like.
I was really not a fan of the acting.
Yeah.
Did I say that I like boobies?
Yes.
We all like boobies, Josh. Everyone likes boobies. Who? Okay, you could write in your comments if you don't like boobies, and we'll go.
Tweet at us. Tweet at us if you don't like boobies.
Podcast. Yeah, it doesn't. Then you can do that, but like, yeah.
Yeah, we'll just say that you're fucking lying.
Yeah. Yeah. Because everyone likes boobies. Gay men, straight men, women of all kinds. Like,
I think
women.
I'm straight, but I do enjoy looking at boobies and nice butt.
I mean, that just makes it sound like you like a beautiful woman's body.
It sounds like you like to party.
We like to party.
We like to party. We like to party. We like to party. It's just, and they did an after credit sequence, as Josh talks about, which is even more annoying because they expected people to sit through the fucking credits.
I
will say,
I was not playing City Skyline.
I will say,
No.
I like.
We were playing City Skylines 2.
Oh, fuck. I was called out.
I will say, I do like the runtime of this movie. An hour and 37 minutes. Right in our like perfect timeline of when we like our horror movies to be.
Yep.
But man, the whole part and the big third act, I just was almost completely checked out by this time. Like, that's what I was talking about when like she like the people are in the red bathroom, and she's like, she gets an axe somewhere and starts like going like a firefighter on everyone and killing everyone with the axe, like Michael. It's like, oh, we really like that scene in Halloween Kills where Michael Myers kills everyone with like an axe and stuff. So can we do that in this film? But it's like, that girl's acting as being lost her mind. It was just so bad and unbelievable, and like everyone else in this movie was so bad and unbelievable. But it's just like, fuck, man. Fuck. Josh is no longer allowed to pick movies for this podcast. I'm just
Even
kidding.
though I just picked next week.
I mean, we're talking about. I was gonna talk about Thanksgiving anyways. Yeah, because it was on my list. So, yeah. I do not recommend.
I like giving
to watch
indie movies a chance, anyways, because there isn't a huge platform for them. It's not like we have a big one, but it's not like there's going to be a lot of coverage of this movie. This isn't going to do it any justice or help it out in any way, shape, or form. But I do like to shed a light on indie movies every once in a while because we were kind of going down the path of only the big budget movies, not even going down foreign horror very much and stuff. I guess we did last week, but I think that's why I was like, I think we should, check out this indie movie.
No, I mean, dude, we've done a lot of indie horror movies because most horror movies are really indie if you think about it. Most of them are.
This level of indie. Come on.
Yeah.
This is indie. If you're calling those indie, you're like calling indie bands that are just have like a certain aesthetic indie music when they're fucking not.
Okay, this is super indie then. Yes. It's Okay, do not recommend. Do not watch Fog City. I'm sorry, this movie's real bad. Okay, guys.
Hey, I didn't hate it.
The plan is to do Thanksgiving next week. Then,
Okay, hold on a second. So we're just gonna do a quick one sentence review of Fog City. I'm gonna start.
You go.
Just don't waste your time. Rod,
yes.
please give your review again.
I checked out again.
I saw that. You weren't even. You're on your fucking phone,
dude. I'm sorry.
So then, stop. All right, Josh, let's hear yours.
I didn't hate it.
But you played City Skylines too. Okay, sorry. Anyway, that joke was going somewhere, and then
here I'll do it. I'll do mine. Complete waste of your time.
Well, that's what she said.
I'm agreeing with
That's
her.
what they said.
It's in the game.
Yep, that too.
Yeah, no, here's mine.
It's in the game.
Okay. That's it. We're good.
Motherfuckers. Okay. Next week we're gonna do Thanksgiving. If for some reason I fly back on Saturday, so I should have time Saturday or Sunday to go see it. We'll tweet out and find something else, but I think I could get it. I have a time to go see it. So, okay, guys, we have murdermoose.com, so go there for all the videos, and also go to our YouTube and subscribe to us there. We have Kintinue.com, where she has all the links that are wonderful and her stream schedules and all those things, so go hang out with her there. joshwrb.com, where he does his editing and designing of posters and all these things, so go there. And I'm Rod_Johnston on Twitter and Instagram and all those things, so find me there. And I guess with that, we'll catch you guys next week. So please don't be like Fog City and be good.
Fog City, bitch. Fog City, bitch. Bye. Bye.
Bye. Oh, look at my. Oh, see that? From drumming. Yeah.
It's in the game.